Hello, everybody, and Carlos ήρθατε to one more episode. I'm babifly, and today we are playing my much beloved Civilization 6. Yes, people, it's time that I give it a try as well. I've played the game so much. I've been playing Civilization from the second installment up to the sixth, and I gotta say that I really got to love Civilization 6. It has so many interesting characteristics and features that I really want to share with you. And right now, we'll jump into the start by playing the latest expansion before the last one, and that's the Gathering Storm. Um, I think that I'll be playing, as a Greek myself, I'll be playing the Greeks and preferably Pericles. I'm not from Athens, I'm from Thessaloniki, a north city in Greece. It used to be part of Macedon back then, but I want to play as the Athenian city state, and I really want to try it out with you and find more, see where this goes. I'll during the gameplay, I'll also be making many. I'll also be giving you various pieces of information about Greece in general, and perhaps if there is any link to the game whatsoever, I'm gonna share it with you so that to further enrich your experience. Right now, we'll be selecting Pericles, and Pericles' traits are the following ones. So he is surrounded by glory because Athens as a city-state was, no matter what, the center of culture back then. So we get a 5% of culture per city-state we are the suzerain of. This wants to picture the Athenian alliance that used to be a thing back then. That alliance would form against their pretty much primary nemesis, and that's Sparta. And as Greece, we also get access to three different things. Plato's Republic, we get an extra wildcard policy slot in any government. We got a special unit, the Hoplite, a Greek unit, ancient era melee unit that replaces the Spearman. It grants us a lot of combat strength if there is at least one adjacent Hoplite unit next to it, which means that which actually wants to picture the discipline that these Hoplites used to have. It's worth also mentioning that hoplites were normal people conscripted into the military just out of interest because they wanted to protect part of their land if they had any kind of land back in the ancient times. And the last thing we got from Greece is Acropolis, a district unique to Greece for cultural sites. It replaces the Theatre Square district and is cheaper to build. It awards one envoy when completed, and we get a +1 culture bonus for adjacent city center and +1 culture bonus for each adjacent wandering district. Can only be built on hills. And as you have already understood, it actually reminds us a lot of the Acropolis that exists up to today. These Acropoli were a thing that would be built on a hill indeed, so as to be able to give a vantage point and protect the entire city-state against invaders. And but in later on, this was the place where the forum would actually be built and where many different discussions would be held. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Let's start the game and start playing Civilization 6. It's worth mentioning that the narrator is Sonbin, and he will be gracing us with the introduction of Pericles and the Greeks in just a moment, I guess. So, regarding Civilization 6, I'm gonna be teaching you how to play the game as we
The
play
first
along.
stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
The voice is a bit low.
Your mastery of the spoken word is a gift of great value, silver-tongued Pericles, leader of the Greeks. Through it, you can attract the devotion of a league of states, surrounding yourself with their glory. Establish cultural sites along the rocky shores of Greece to unite your people behind your strong governance. If all goes well, the sirens will sing of the age of Pericles.
Truth be told, Greece is indeed a rocky place, a rocky country. However, we do have a nice deal of plains ourselves as well. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to do in this game is we will try to recreate that Athenian alliance, as in try to be the suzerains of most city-states that we can get our hands on, as well as promoting culture um, in conjunction to being a suzerain of the city-states by exploiting the surrounded by glory feature and ability we have. Let's dive right into it. Um, so, since this is the first time that I'm actually playing Gathering Storm in this computer, I'm gonna bypass this tutorial here. It's just a couple of windows and that's it. And we're gonna dive straight into it. So right now we have control of our settler and of our warrior unit, and we need to actually place our settler somewhere that's efficient. I'm in favor of not losing entire turns over searching for the correct place. That's why I'm actually gonna order the settler to go up the hill. It is a nice place to start with, I guess. However, this will take us a turn, and which I don't mind right now. Let's go there. If I found a place near the sea, it would be much more ideal because I would have a connection to a harbor, direct connection to a harbor. I'm also happy that I have many different many resources here, and basically, oh, we've discovered a continent. Our explorer has named it Avalonia. So this is Avalonia. Obviously, the names do not correspond to the original ones. It's just the pure fictional thing. So we will be recreating history in our own unique way. Naturally, Athens um, was built near Piraeus, which means that it had access to the sea. Right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be having that said access. Hmm. The game actually offers us to go over here and start from here, which will be a nice place, I guess. Hmm, I'm just not sure. Okay, you know what? I'll forgo a second round and try to settle there later on because I like this place. I like having access to hills because I need to build our Acropolis there. So let's lose a second round on that. Okay, there is no water mass on site, which means that we're gonna have to do without river, which is okay. We and that river had been named Stroma River. We don't have such a river back in Greece, but it's okay. Um, I wonder, should I go there and then have access to the wheat? Yeah, I'm gonna go there. And people, ladies and gentlemen, we have founded the city of Athens. The city of Athens adjust to their new home and keep a wary eye on the nearby river, the citizens of Athens. And rivers back then were quite unpredictable. And later on, the rivers are gonna be part of the disasters that occur in the game by overflowing and so. So let's choose our research. Ah, let me just turn the music on a bit more because I really want to say something to you about the music. Okay, I think it's gonna be like that. Yeah. The music for Greece is called the Epitaph of Siculus. It is the most ancient recorded music of Greece, and it was found in the ruins of Ephesus by some archaeologists, I think less than 100 years ago. And it's actually a lamentation to, to death, but a glory to life. So, what to do here? We're gonna need irrigation for sure. And right now, irrigation can be found by discovering pottery. Pottery is also good because it gives us access to the water mill. No, the which one? The wheel gives us access to the water mill. Okay, let's go with the pottery first and foremost because I wanna use the granary as well. I wanna be able to make Athens grow bigger, rather much more quick. And since we're gonna be going for a cultural victory, we're gonna need to invest in the monument. However, I really need to have some really good reconnaissance of the lay of the land. So that's why I'm gonna pick a scout for now. Let's proceed to the next turn. Okay, time to send these warriors over here, and we've discovered the city. Well, we've explored the city of Fez, and this city-state is actually offering us one envoy there from the very get-go, which is a good thing because the city of the city of Fez is actually going to contribute something to us. So let's check here. So Fez is a scientific city, and it will be giving us 2 science to our capital, which is a good thing to have. And the Fez city-state has also given us a new quest to train a galley, and from what I've seen here, they have access to sea. So we will need to found a city next to the sea and have it as a colonial city to the city-state of Athens. In the game, these cities with a black and colored border are called city-states because they are just one. They consist of only one city. They are not a nation or of some sort. However, when I'm referring to Athens, I'll be referring to it as a city-state, just not because to confuse you, but because I want to actually commemorate that city-state status of it back in the past. Okay, let's go proceed next. We're getting there with a code of laws. If once we get to discover the code of laws, it's gonna open up a brand new door to many different policies, and we're gonna the code of laws, the biggest code of laws that had actually been worked on during this age was by the Babylonians, by Hammurabi, and he was the first one to actually solidify the laws into one big code and have them formed into I think it was a column of onyx. So right now in this playthrough, us Greeks are following suit. I guess. Um, let's proceed. I guess the rest of the players are also following, towards discovering the code of laws. So, having discovered another continent, we realize there is a wide world of trading opportunities. Because wait a minute, we've discovered a brand new continent, and this has inspired our people for some foreign trade. Let's find out. Okay, so the new continent is this Valbaara, and our warriors have discovered that marshland, which they think is part of a brand new continent. Okay, we're gonna find out later on, I suppose. And we came in contact with Hattusa, a new city-state, also of scientific origin, and they've given us a new quest to recruit a great general. Both of these requests actually ask of us to go towards a much more sophisticated military style. I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna go this way, but I really want to uh, heed to
I
their
thought clay
advice,
must
so to
feel happy
say,
in the good potter's hand.
as soon as possible. I thought Clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna send the warriors to carry on with their exploration. I'm gonna be exploring around Athens, but not too far away because I really want them to be back if any barbarians emerge or something. Okay, so what's next? I think I really wanted to go with mining because it allows us to chop woods, and right now we do have a rainforest here. And is that a forest? Ah, yeah, rainforest is here as well. Hmm. Okay, as a player, I really want to take advantage of these boosts. If you don't know what these boosts are, once you trigger a specific state or situation in the game, these boosts occur, and this will offer you a really nice boost towards that technology research. I'm gonna take advantage of this and right now not go for any of these boosting technology boosting things, but I really want to go with irrigation, to be honest with you. Do you know what? I'm gonna go for irrigation, but as soon as I research the black part, I'm gonna leave the boosting part intact, so as to take advantage of the farmer resource boost. Because I don't want to be losing time on something that I'm gonna do no matter what. So the workers will pass the Rosetta River only to find the big mountain range southwest of Athens. Hmm. And during the next round, we're gonna have a scout. So I'm gonna send the scout over to the east to find more, to discover more lands. And I'm gonna take a gambit and try to go around this mountain range in hope that it does not extend up to here. And let's choose the new production for Athens. It's gonna be, as much as I want to go for a settler, having a settler will actually halt our population growth, which I'm reluctant to do right now. That's why I'm gonna go for. We do have a housing of 6. Right now we house 2 population units, which is okay, I guess. I'm gonna go for the monument so as to produce the extra culture that we need. Right now things seem quite peaceful, and I really hope that they remain somewhat like that. But as a person, I really want to have some sort of challenge. We're playing on the I think, is it Prince or King difficulty? Let me check. We're playing on the Prince difficulty, which is the normal game, let's say. Um, I'm not averse to losing myself, but when it comes to losing badly, I don't want to experience that kind of thing that intense. So that's why I chose Prince. Let's see what we can discover here. So our scout needs to stop here, and the year is 3480 BC, which is old enough. Hey, we found some gypsum. Is it gypsum? Yeah, but it's quite far. As you see, all of these resources have some sort of background. If it's purple, it's a luxury resource. If it's yellow, it's a bonus resource that actually boosts our city's efficiency. I think mainly growth, but I'm not 100% sure. Myself, I've played quite a lot of Civilization 6, but I'm not that much into, into that much bookkeeping and detailing. So right now we've reached the up to the point where irrigation can be boosted by farming a resource. That's why I'm actually gonna switch to a different technology. I'm gonna go for. Do we need? Do we need a quarry? No, or a mine? Right now I see we have no access to hills, but we have 4 hills here, which is gonna be a good thing if we actually get mining, we're gonna need these hills. But if we get animal husbandry, we will be unlocking the horses resource. Not that we need it so much per se, because we are investing in the hoplites. That's why we'll be going for mining. It's worth mentioning that the Greeks first researched mining in the history, and animal husbandry in the broad term of keeping cattle and everything came a bit later. Okay, so I'm gonna go here with a scout. It's a rather rocky terrain here. I might need to take advantage of that in the future, as in establish a city there
At his
for my own
best,
defense.
man is the noblest of all
Okay.
animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
That's so true. It's a saying from Aristotle, and it's such a shame that we don't put this into actual use nowadays. Okay, now we're given the chance to change our policies and we're granted four different policies. Let's change them. Here we have our government screen, which is the screen that actually shows how our government is run. We have slots for military policy and economic policy and a wildcard one because we have Plato's Republic. As the very first nation to have established the idea of republic without being one, we're given the chance to adopt an extra policy, diversifying us from the rest of the world in the game. Right now, I think that we're going to focus on surveying. I think that Athenian explorers need to survey the land and find out more about our surroundings. But in the meantime, we will need. Do we need to serve a god king, or do we need urban plan? No, I think god king will be okay. In our capital, we're gonna have a boost to our faith and gold because our people serve some sort of a god king, a prominent figure that will actually lead them to greatness. It doesn't have to be a king or anything because we don't have monarchy or some sort of or anything. But you can safely say that these people actually did exist back then by not being gods, but by being recognized by the ancient Greeks as gods. It's a theory that goes around about how the Olympian gods were actually formed, and that is because they were based on actual people that existed back then with various intense and unique personalities. And our wildcard policy, coming back to the game, our wildcard policy is going to be discipline because we need our military to be disciplined against the barbarians. It's going to grant us a nice bonus which we want to take advantage of. Insofar, we haven't seen any barbarians around, but we'll be passing the Rosetta River with our warriors, trying to go back to our city-state. Indeed, this rocky terrain here was filled with mountains. I think we're gonna have some good deal of turns before our warriors go back to their motherland, and the scout goes further east. Let's choose a brand new civic, shall we? So it has to be either craftsmanship or foreign trade, but since we've discovered the second continent, I'm really willing to go for the foreign trade. This will open up a brand new window for different opportunities in the game and brand new policies as well. Let's go back. Oh, the mountains are more and more numerous here. So I need to go back and around. Okay. It's going to be quite interesting. So the map is quite interesting. We're playing on the continent's map, and hey, we've found a small tribe village. Okay, we're gonna go there and try to discuss with the locals. As you may have noticed, when I'm playing Civilization 6, I'm kinda role-playing in the game because I really like adding story and flavor touches to my gameplay. I don't want to win the game per se, but I really want to leave these interesting storylines. Okay, let's go meet the locals. We've been granted a recon unit, so our people, the villagers, bring gifts as they join our civilization. Okay, so we got a brand new unit of explorer here, and these are the villagers that are actually got assimilated by our city-state. They got absorbed into Athens. They relocated back there, and lo and behold, we get our first barbarian unit who has just surveyed the borders of Athens. So we need to get a hold of this barbarian before they inform their fellows into their barbarian camp. I'm quite certain that we won't be given this chance, but since times are tough, I'm going to invest on the slinger. Yeah, and let's see how things go by. So I'm going to send the scout northern of the Struma River. If that river corresponds to a specific name, In Greek, there is a river called Strimon, which is a river indeed, but it's not written as such. I don't know if it refers to that particular
Harald
river.
Sigurðarson stendur fyrir þér. Aldrei var víking slík landsnja lagar. Ertu hrædd?
As you have, as you've just found out, we've come in contact with the Vikings, with the Kingdom of Denmark, I think. So it's an honor to meet you, Harald, and let's exchange some information on our capitals. It's worth mentioning that
When you find
the
yourself in a
Danish
hole,
Vikings
quit digging.
are a naval force to be reckoned with. So I'm quite okay with having a small city-state beside a river, by a river. So it's okay for now. However, we need to keep that in mind if we want to found a city on the edge of the sea. After meeting another civilization, you see the need for new ways to communicate, as in writing in Danish, right? Wait a minute, before I commit any further mistake, is that, no, it's not Denmark, it's Norway. I do apologize to all our Danish and Norwegian friends here. So I kinda misconceived that. So Harald Hardrada is of the Norwegian Empire, and I'm gonna address them as such. Cool. We found some sort of, what's that? Is that a geothermal fissure? Okay. And scouting up north, we found a rather weak unit of barbarians. So I'm willing to dispatch that unit and deliver the land from these evil barbarian influences. Here is the Norwegian scout, and here is their capital, Nidaros. Hmm. I do apologize if I actually butcher the name. I'm gonna use my kind of semi-Greek accent when saying that. Okay, we found a brand new village here. Okay, we've boosted writing. We've met the historic people of Norway. Yep, yep. And let's choose our next research. So since we've boosted writing, I'm eager to go towards that way and actually use science to our advantage. Hmm. I just wonder, should we go totally towards faith and then switch to science, or vice versa? I think I'm gonna go for science. Well, whichever comes first, to be honest with you. Okay, let's move up here. I'm moving one step at a time in case I do any kind of mistake or any kind of false moves. In case I find myself within a barbarian's reach, and I don't want myself to be in that. Next turn. As you see here, my settlers and Norway's settlers have cats. It's a choice that I actually made to. I chose cats over dogs. You're given this chance. If you're a cat person or a dog person, it can make your game a bit more, don't know, aesthetically pleasant. Even though I adore both species, both cats and dogs, I actually clicked on that and just chose to use it instead. Okay, let's visit this village. The villagers share a hidden technical secret that is the knowledge of masonry, which is great. And our scout has also been given a chance to promote for promotion. So I'm gonna proceed one. If I choose to promote somebody, I'm gonna the entire movement, their entire movement is gonna be reset. That's why I'm choosing to move as much as I can, but one space. So with one movement left, I'm gonna promote that scout to an alpine scout because we have so many hilly terrains outside of Greece, and I don't want me to lose any time bypassing those mountains and traversing them.
It was a
Oh,
fantastic landscape, for all around were rocks of the weirdest forms standing in apparently impossible positions. some placed on or next to others in ways that seemed to defy every law of gravity.
That's Mount Roraima. For us people, we've found this natural wonder. It is a four-tile impassable natural wonder, as you see here. It consists of four tiles indeed, and it appears as a mountain and provides faith and science to adjacent tiles. So if we happen to have a district, a faith district or a science district next there, next to it, then we'll be granted a boost. I really wish I could go there, but right now I think it's a bit farther ahead. Yeah, it's quite far, but it might be worth it actually going there. Anyway, we discovered a natural wonder, and this has inspired our people with the majesty of the universe. Our knowledge of astrology has advanced considerably. That's fantastic news. We might in turn actually switch to astrology later on and go for a holy site, possibly. I might do that after we discover writing. I don't know yet, but I think it's time to wrap up now. And thank you very much for following me on the very first tape, on our very first episode of Civilization 6, a Greek playing the Greeks. And thank you so much for watching. If you really liked what you watched today, please feel free to subscribe. Click the subscribe button, and if you wish, click the bell button so as to be able to receive any kind of notification when a video goes live. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time.